It's time to get on up with Jam and Renee. And here's your hosts, James Arthur M. and Renee Culver.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Get On Up right here on Backchannel. Now, this is the only place where you can watch and chat live with your host on your Echo device, or even if you're watching on YouTube. I am your host, one of your hosts, your breakfast jam for the morning, James Arthur M.
And I'm Mackenzie Green.
Hello, Mackenzie Green back in action. Hello. And this is going to be exciting today because you will get to actually see the chat and see the Get On Uppers.
I am so excited. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm overcome with excitement and emotions.
We love it so much. And just a reminder, if you've never been here before, well, first of all, good morning. This is Get On Up. We are here every Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. Pacific time, and then 10 a.m. Eastern time, and then of course, Stacy, yes, I know, 9 a.m. Central time, and then for our mountain people, 8 a.m. I know I didn't do that in order. I just did it in whatever way it came to my mind. And we're here for 2 hours every day. It's so great. Hello, we got Mackenzie Green. You're back.
I'm back. You guys convinced me back. It was worth it. I had such a great time the first day. I was like, bring it on back.
I mean, the reviews were in and they were like, we need more Mackenzie Green. So what is so great about, these shows here on Backchannel is you can interact. That's what we love the most. So if you've never been here before, just let you know, say is the magic word. Whatever you say after whatever you say will then appear. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to phrase that, but say is the magic. Is there a better way that I could have explained that?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Okay, great. Yeah, so say is the magic words, whatever you say, we'll be there. Well, let's see who we've got here. Mackenzie, since you can do the honors, would you like to do the roll call of who is here?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we've got Raymond. Hi, Raymond. I'm so sorry I yelled at you my first day. Hi, it's good to see you again. We've got Doug. We've got somebody who's a really cool auto name, which is Quick Dinosaur, which, I like it. I'm into it.
Good, yes.
Helen, I like that. Helen's here. Okay. Tim. Hi. Great jokes to use for the Met Gala. But yeah, those are the names I see so far, but I could also be reading them wrong. And then I failed at my part-time job.
You're doing it great. You're doing it great. I love watching you unravel with such grace, though. Just grace and a smile. You're like, it's all going terribly.
I'm like, it's going horrible. I'm doing awful.
You're doing the best. I also love Raymond. We're back and forth between you and Raymond. I just did a full show of it. Raymond's like, girl, I don't care. I love it.
Raymond and also Raymond, no matter what any of you say.
And also Raymond giving me my line. Raymond's like, it's so easy. Just say the magic word is say. That's all you have to do when you tell people how to interact. Raymond, you're on point. You are on point. Raymond always said hi. Hello already said hi. Mackenzie. Doug said good morning, Jam. We love it. This is an action-packed group. We're super excited. We're gonna just jump right in. Here's what we've got going on for today's show. In a moment, we're going to talk about everybody's working for the weekend. So what are your weekend plans? We want to dish. We want to hear. We're going to play everyone's favorite celebrity birthday quiz. We've got our Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. We're going to talk about Vincent Chin today. And we're then going to look into the news. We're going to feel it out. It used to be called Feel Good Friday, but we couldn't promise that the news would make you feel good. So
would feel good. Yeah.
That's good. We're going to feel it out, and we're going to decide how we feel about the news that we're going to talk about today. And then we're going to also play Family Feud Night at the Movies. We're going to play Family Feud Night at the Movies. And then we're going to close with Forget About It Friday. What are you going to leave behind this week? What is not serving you? And oh no, we are not forgetting about Family Feud, Raymond.
We're not going to forget it. We are not.
Got it. Oh no. We will make sure that we have time for it. And actually, Mackenzie, I think today we'll have you be our celebrity quiz sovereign.
I'm so excited.
That way you don't have to guess what the we'll have you lead it. I'll guess the answers today. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Because I can
love
see
to throw me a curveball. You love to be surprise.
Or maybe it'll be fun. Actually, you know what? We're gonna put you in the hot seat all day today. I'm
Oh
gonna quiz
gosh.
you. That way you can you'll have the get on uppers to help you out. It'll be fun for the whole family. All right.
Okay.
First and
Okay.
foremost, everybody's working for the weekend.
The weekend.
We want to know, get on uppers, your first question of the day. What are you getting into this weekend? Magic word is say, as Raymond has pointed out. So say, I'm going to the Pizza Hut. If that's what you're doing, like just share that out.
I'm
Wherever it
going to
is that
Chuck E.
you
Cheese. Like that's all you have to do.
this is true. Oh, Raymond has a good point. We could both play and have Sarah be the quiz master.
Oh
We could.
no.
We could.
Uh-oh.
All right. Doug said Friday, Saturday, nothing. I love that, Doug. That is
That's a
I love
move.
jealous is what I will say.
That's a vibe.
Jealous. Let's see. He's also Doug said some Friday and Saturday, not doing anything. Gonna go out with your granny and your mom. And then already get it into Monday. Oh, Monday or Sunday.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Mother's Day. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. I I have forgotten so many times. I've remembered and forgotten so many times. So many times. Yeah. So
That's not
thank
the
you,
move.
Doug.
Not in this house. Not in this
I,
family. I forget it. You're disowned.
so Mackenzie, what are you doing for the weekend and Mother's Day
Oh my
plans? You got to
gosh.
go big with your mom. I just have a
Oh
feeling,
my
right?
gosh.
Let's go big or go
Well,
home.
I'm about to say a slightly bummer thing. So I have been home in DC because of a family emergency. So I'm really hoping that my weekend, many of the people in the chat, is so wildly uneventful. I hope there's nothing that happens after the week I've had. I think for my mom, I don't know. I I'm similar to you where I'm like, I didn't forget, but I didn't expect I'd be home for it. So now I'm kind of like,
Mm-hmm,
uh-oh. So there is
mm-hmm.
a Levain bakery for any New Yorkers, the best cookies on the planet. So I would probably go and get her like a matcha and cookies before she wakes up. And then I don't know, I might give her the gift of not mentioning anything Marvel related for like 24 hours, which would really just be a gift to her.
So, but I also have a question. I didn't hear you have to be going to go see Doctor Strange this weekend. Is that on
Oh,
the radar?
we did that yesterday, and my
Oh,
poor mother
okay.
was like, fell immediately to sleep. Like she woke up and all of a sudden was like the guy was doing the second end credit scene, and she was like, "Oh, good movie, good movie. It was a good movie." I was like, "You were asleep through the whole thing. You're a liar." She ate her popcorn and went dead to sleep.
Stop it. Stop it. Nom, nom, nom. All right.
Yeah, she was like, "Nom, nom, nom, nom," and then she went, "I'm just closing my eyes real quick. I just want to think." And then I looked over and I was like, people having our full moment, and she was just like no.
Was it? Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Oh my gosh, I am. Oh, and then we've got a question, some follow-up questions from the Get On Uppers. Audra, good morning, Audra. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Audra.
Audra said, did you just say bang cookies, Mackenzie? Is that
No,
what
they
they are?
They're Levain cookies. So they're from a place
Okay.
called Levain Bakery, and I swear they're delicious.
Gotcha. Okay, Levain, Levain. Okay, got it, got it, got it. And then Raymond said, "I knew I liked Mackenzie. I knew, I knew.
I mean,
Oh, we
listen,
know,
Raymond, we
we
get
know.
it.
We got it, we got it. Ooh, and then Audra went, "Oh, okay, okay." And then I guess we've gotten some live. I guess there might be some issues with your audio, but it's okay.
Oh,
We're doing
okay,
the best that we
okay.
can. We're doing the
I
best
know.
that we can, everybody. We're doing the best that we can. And then Audra said that they can't get enough of Bang cookies in Jersey City. So just a plug, if y'all are in Jersey City and Bang cookies apparently is like the thing to go. They need to go. All right. So what I'm getting into this weekend, so I've already seen Doctor Strange. We'll need to talk offline about your thoughts, opinions, and reactions of Doctor Strange. What I'm getting into is I'm going to explore Los Angeles. I love the city, Mackenzie. I've been here. I'm moving. Get ready for me. I'm coming to town.
Finally,
It's happening. It is
finally.
happening. I've been having just the best of time and like getting to hang out with some people that I really, really, really adore and appreciate and love. And I'm gonna do something really cheesy because I'm like, let me do this now because before I move here, I won't do it. So I'm gonna do touristy stuff. I'm gonna do like a hop
Oh,
on.
good.
I'm gonna do a hop on, hop off bus, like I would do like a celebrity homes tour. Someone recommended doing like the celebrity deaths tour, and I'm like, I don't
Don't do that.
think
That thing is so stressful. I don't like any of that. I don't love when people are like, go to the LA Murder Museum. It's like, no, no, no.
no, I
Mm-mm.
don't want that. They're like, this person died here. And I'm just like, this is not what I want as like,
Ever.
my no, I don't want it. I also think like there's plenty of like as I'm doing some light apartment hunting, there's plenty of apartments where I'm like, well, I think I would get murdered there. There's so many apartments that look like places where you will get murdered.
Absolutely. 1,000,000%.
They're like these old timey ones. Like it's bad. And look, Raymond said that sounds like so much fun. Yes, obviously not the murder one. All
Yeah,
right.
not the
Well,
murder house.
we're gonna jump on into celebrity birthdays. I'm gonna quiz you along with the Get On Uppers. So
Mm.
happy birthday, celebrities! Happy birthday, celebrities! Happy birthday! We always do the Stevie Wonder version of Happy Birthday here.
Obviously.
I I love the Stevie Wonder version because it could not. My goal is when we sing it in my family is to have it continue going as many times as possible. Because it doesn't
Yeah,
really have an
it
end.
never ends. It has no
Hmm
ending. It's just like we're here for eternity.
And as long as one other person picks it up and goes, happy birthday, then everybody's like, oh, we back into it. Yes, okay, we doing it. As long as one person continues it, it will continue going. So that's always my goal. All right. Let's see. Doug said, did you catch that I said that Saturday and Sunday I'm doing anything going out to the apartment and Monday I'm taking my mom out for dinner? Yes, we did catch that. So you're doing for your Mother's Day, hanging out with mom.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing. You are the one that reminded me that Mother's Day is a thing. I think I'm kind of getting out of Mother's Day this year because I'm in LA. So at most, I can do a call and say, Happy Mother's Day right now. Happy Mother's Day to my mom.
What we do.
All right. It's this man's birthday. Now, I know his face. I just have to find him on the sheet. Okay. Does anybody know what this man's name is? I have the sheet
No.
here. I'm going to. So in a moment, we're gonna play. Sorry to this man.
Sorry to this
I
man.
I've seen him before. He's always like a villain on things. He was a. I don't want to give away what I know him from because it might be the question. Um, Anyway, so the way that this works is we're going to play celebrity birthdays, everybody. We're going to quiz you on these. Oh, Raymond knows. Raymond said, yes, sir. So, Raymond, what is this man's name? Oh, Sarah's giving it to me. Alan Dale. And Tim, yes, that's right. I think he was in
Okay.
Lost. I didn't want to say it in case that was the answer to the question. Oh, great. It's not. Cool, cool, cool. So we already got some trivia. I Raymond's like, just ask Sarah. I think Sarah has like the number one fan, Raymond. Like Raymond,
Yeah.
big fan of Sarah. Always like, let Sarah do it. Let Sarah participate more. I'm like, no, you stay in the back, Sarah. But I love you, Sarah. I'm so sorry. I'm a monster. I'm a monster to work out with. Sarah has
A
horror.
monster.
I can't let Sarah on air because she might tell you like how like my Naomi Campbell stories, and I can't have her going around
Yeah.
telling everybody this thing. And look, Audra, sorry to
People
this
can't know
man.
the truth.
Oh man. Oh, but Sarah did say you're the best. I'm not making this up. Sarah's chatting this. You all at home can't see it, but she is saying, I love you, James. You're the best. You're a Beyonce. And it sounds like something I would make up, but I didn't. I swear she did say these things. She said that you're the Beyonce to my
I swear,
Kelly. Oh,
I can see them too. I swear she's saying.
see?
She's saying.
All right. Here we go. This actor, who Audra has no idea who this person is, Mackenzie has no idea who this person is, turned 75. The only actor to have appeared in this fictional television series. Wait, hold on. Let me see this full question here. I have to make it better. Oh, so the only actor. Oh, is this the answer? Okay, yeah. He was the only actor to have appeared in this fictional television series, Cabinets of Both Presidents. So There was a television series,
What?
and he was the only actor to have appeared in this fictional television series. There were presidents, and he was in both of these presidents' cabinets.
I think I know, but I also don't want to think it's simpler than it. Okay, Raymond and I are on the same wavelength. I was thinking the same thing, Raymond. Okay, we haven't locked in an answer, so don't take it. Raymond says West Wing. Audra said West Wing. Tim 24. Tim, Raymond, Audra, I have watched none of these shows. Again, I'm sorry to this man, and I'm sorry to the hard work of the man that made the newsroom. Aaron Sorkin. I'm sorry, Sorkin. I don't watch your TV shows. Okay. Since two of you are on the same wavelength as me, I'm gonna lock in our answer and say West Wing.
Let's check the scoreboard. It is the West Wing. Look how stressed out
Yay!
Mackenzie is.
Oh gosh, I am. I get really stressed. This is not that serious of a game, but I just get so anxious.
I know. I love it. There's so much pressure. I think Tim said, that's because you're living your life, Mackenzie. You don't have time for
and
this.
Audra said, I don't have to apologize to Aaron Sorkin.
I mean, when they're right, they're right. When they're right, they're right. Good morning, everybody who's just joined. Casey, Impartial Kangaroo. We're playing Celebrity Birthday Quiz, where Mackenzie unravels before our very eyes. But you can help her not unravel by helping her to guess the answers to these questions here. So our next, are we going to Bob Seger? We're going to Bob Seger. Oh, it's Bob Seger.
Can you please stop showing people I have never seen in my life? I can't take it anymore.
It has been a slow. I have to say though, Sarah, you're doing such a great job. But I feel like Sarah's like, ugh, it's been a struggle. There's not a lot of interesting people who've had birthdays. And Sarah's like, oh, here we go.
Sarah's all like, right. Well, I guess we're doing this with whatever this is.
Oh my God. All right. So Bob Seger, singer, helping you out there, turned 76. Audra, I'm on the same boat. Audra said, I'm realizing how many celebrities I know the name and the face completely separately. Same. Because that other guy, I knew his face, didn't know his name. And then, I think, Mackenzie, we have lost her audio. I think we have lost your audio. But she's going to say one moment. But yeah, same thing that has happened to me. Yeah, same thing. And then Raymond chimed in. It's fun to watch somebody unravel. So we're enjoying the show there. And then I think maybe did the microphone maybe come unplugged, or if you go to the little okay. Oh, I think I hear you. I think I heard you. I think you're back. No? All right. Okay. Just having some. Yeah, we got you. We got your back. Yes. Oh, actually, no, we had you, and then we didn't. I don't know. Is everybody else able to hear? Okay, she's got to come back. Well, I'm going to keep asking you all. Here is the question, Gallon Uppers. Here is the question. Bob Seger, she's back. The question is, Bob Singer lent his song Like a Rock to advertise what? Oh, okay. Yep, dog, same thing. Okay.
Now I think you guys can hear me. Yay!
Yes, we got you.
Party time.
All right. Here is the question. Bob Seger lent his song Like a Rock to advertise what? We are looking for the specific thing.
Okay.
The specific thing.
Tim and Audra feel very confident about Ford trucks. They feel confident about this.
Very confident.
Raymond, okay. I'm like you. I'm like, beer? Like, I too am like, okay. It's stressful. All right, I'm going to say Ford trucks. Final answer.
Okay, Ford trucks. The answer is Chevy trucks. I'm sorry. You were close, but we were looking
for this. Nobody has time for these ridiculous, like, how dare you? A truck is a truck. How dare you? A truck is a truck. We did what we did.
The answer is Sarah. I'm sorry, I can't give it to you all. Sarah, it's Chevy Chevy Trucks. But here's one. Look at this. Gabby Sidibe. We know there is one we know. Gabby
Oh, yes.
Sidibe
Okay, here we go. We
turning.
finally found somebody I know. This feels a little thinly veiled. This is the only person I've recognized so far, but we're here. We're here and we're in it. Okay.
Oh, look at this. Tim with the joke. Tim said, like a rock is also how people describe the cookies I bake.
I appreciate
And like
him.
Audra, great point. Audra said, like, you all were going in so like hard and serious about it was a Ford truck. It was a Ford truck. Maybe it's part of the Mandela effect. Everyone remembers it as it was very much a Chevy because it was like the Chevy emblem would come up.
I
And
mean, honestly, I think the comedy of it is like low key. I feel like we all just, I mean, the Chevy people should be concerned because I think it just means that we all instantly assume that's a real truck. Truck is a
mhm.
Ford truck.
Oh, yes. No, absolutely. Yes. They've got some marketing that they need to do. So, okay, Gabby Sidibe she's turning 39 today. And
Okay.
okay, what did she study at Mercy College? And I will are hardcore Gabby Sidibe fans turning 39. What did she study at Mercy College?
I mean, and I read her book and I have no clue right now. Okay, guys, I'm checking if you guys know. I'm with you, Raymond. Like we would know. Thank you. See, Raymond's my homie. We're friends. We think the same way.
Like
Both
we would
irrationally
know.
angry about this question.
At least it's someone you know. Gosh, you guys are like, ask me something I know. That's not how trivia game shows work.
I mean, I'm literally Ty and clueless. Like, you're like, what's 12 times 6? And Cher's like, ask her something she knows. Like, it should have been like, what movie do you know her from? And I'd be like, Precious! It's your list. Okay. Tim says something fashion related. Okay.
All right. Do we want to? But do we want to go with fashion? Do we want to go? We're just gonna lock in fashion.
Okay. Let's go with tech. Okay, I'm gonna take a real stab in the dark. I'm gonna say textiles.
Ooh, textiles. Okay, yes. Textiles is not the correct answer. It is psychology. Psychology. Did you know that she studied psychology? Which makes sense because as an actor, you're studying people. Then there it is. Okay, all right. Well,
How dare you?
no
How
worries.
dare you? How dare you?
All right. Look, it's George Clooney's 61st birthday. It's 61st birthday. We know him. What are our thoughts about George Clooney, huh, everybody? What is our favorite? This isn't your question. Do we have a favorite George Clooney moment or film or TV show or movie? Anybody? Oh, I think we lost your audio again. All right, no worries. I think we're trying to adjust. I know. We'll just leave it alone. Behind the scenes,
No, we're never leaving it alone. Never. Never, ever, ever.
we were just trying to get your audio input. If the little three ellipses at the bottom, if you click on that, it should be a setting where it says audio, and then your input, you can make it your microphone. But no worries. Let's see Audra chiming in about Birthday Man. Oh, Audra, you're so right. He was really good in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Yes, yes, yes. He so good in that. And then Audra said that Audra remembers him first from my mom religiously watching ER. Yes, ER, the Grey's Anatomy of its time. And then we also have Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Yes, that is very true. Return of the Killer Tomatoes. So many great things there as well. All right. Let's see what your question is for today for George Clooney. Oh, he was also on the Facts of Life. Look at these. Oh, these might be
He
good
was
trivia.
the facts. What the mechanic in the Facts of Life or something, or like the hot plumber that came by sometimes.
Yeah, he was that guy coming on over. And look at him now. Look at him now. It's so one like he's one of those actors of like Yeah, I feel like I miss George Clooney. I feel like he's not problematic, but maybe that's because he hasn't been doing anything and saying anything. But I don't know, he just seems like one of the good ones. One of the good ones. Okay, here is your question. As of 2019, oh, this is a fun one. As of 2019, 12 of his acting credits are for appearing in this commercial. As of 2000, yeah, so he's been appearing in this commercial. I guess he's done 12 of these. As of 2019, 12 of his acting credits are for appearing in this commercial.
Guys, I know what it is. Thank you, Audra. I was thinking the same thing, girl. I was thinking the same thing. I think we know what it is. It's the Nespresso commercial.
It's the Nespresso commercials. There it is. It is the Nespresso. And look at Audra. I've been getting the little punctuation together. Like, that is really great.
Yes, with Danny DeVito, because those commercials are so weird. They're so weird. I don't know if I like. I'm with you, Audra. They're also my favorite little odd couple, because when you see like the world's handsomest man and Danny DeVito, not that he's not handsome, but it's also Danny DeVito. You know.
Yep. We love it. All right. Look at this. Two or three more. Oh, okay. Naomi Scott. Naomi Scott. We love up and coming Naomi Scott, right? Do we love her? We know her.
Yes, we love her. We love her. We know her. We see her.
Okay. Turning 28. Her first. Oh, good luck with this one, y'all. I don't know this is a thing that existed, so I will be fascinated. If you guys get this one, you're hardcore Naomi Scott fans. Her first role was on this Disney series. Let's see. Audra said, "Look, if it's not Muppets or Marvel or Danny DeVito, I am lost."
I mean, the Jonas Brothers or something. Okay, that's not my answer. That's not it. That's an edit. Okay, guys, we're gonna do this together. Stacey, that is such a specific guess that I'm starting to think it's right. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
And that's one too. Audra, the one with Ariana Grande, was on Nickelodeon. Also, I'm sorry, I sounded so sarcastic when I said that. I'm not trying to be rude, guys. I'm a guest here, and I'm just being disrespectful across the board. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Stacey's is so specific. Audra, don't be ashamed. I'm sorry. I don't watch Aaron Sorkin shows. We got Disney and Nickelodeon confused. This is horrible. It's like if there's one thing I can't stand. I know, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, this is devolved.
Ooh,
okay,
look at Tim. Tim has got some great facts. It's not the right question, but I like Tim said Ariana was on Victorious with Sam and Cat. That's right.
Okay.
And in fact, the reason why Ariana Grande has to wear that ponytail all the time, I guess her hair was like a very bright red. She had to dye. She's like damaged her hair so much from all that hair dye, and that's why she has to wear a ponytail all the time.
I love that so much. Okay, only because two people said it. And one of those people is Raymond. Shout out to Raymond, the homie, the player, my brother from another mother. I'm going to say Wizards of Waverly Place.
Ooh, Lemonade Mouth. Do we know about this one? Is that a thing? Did Sarah have a seizure when she typed? What is lemonade?
What are you saying? Are those words?
Sarah, what is Lemonade Mouth? I had no idea this was a show. Clearly, maybe not a long-lived show, but she's got to start somewhere. Does anybody know what Lemonade Mouth is? Anybody?
Are any of us young enough to know what lemonade?
Like Audra has lost it. Audra's like so many question marks. Audra has I didn't know this was a thing, and y'all were doing really good. You were guessing things that exist, things that we've heard. People are like, yes, they have no idea what this is. Lemonade Mouth. But she also.
Sarah, you made this up.
Audra says, I'm Tim, never heard of it. Audra, I'm incredulous. I will say she was also in the Power Rangers reboot movie, which was better than it needed to
Which
be, but
was
nobody went.
fantastic.
It was so
So
good.
good. And
It
it seems
was
like no one has saw it.
Nobody has. I think you were the only other person I know who has seen this movie. The Power Rangers reboot was so good, and like I don't know, it was like teen angsty death. They were really like really teenagers with attitude, and then they had this plan for like 6 movies, and then no one went to go see it, and they're
Yeah.
like, well, I guess that's that. They even had like
When
an
I tell
end credit.
you, homeboy from Stranger Things, when he appeared, I was like,
Yes.
oh, it's the Red Ranger. And people were like, what are you talking about? And I was like, he's a Power Ranger. Like, when I see Becky G, I'm like, she's a Power Ranger. And people are like,
Yes. Hmm.
But I mean, okay, so
Yeah.
Raymond said it's okay. But Raymond, I will admit that I thought Ivan Ooze was the greatest villain that had ever been in cinema. Like, when I tell you, I still think about that skydiving skateboard scene from the first Power Rangers movie. Done.
But
That's all I want to do with my life.
Listen, okay, we're going in hard about Power Rangers right now, y'all. We have to for a moment. Like, did you watch Power Rangers, everybody? Do you have a favorite Power Ranger moment? Who was your favorite Power Ranger? So that skydiving scene, if I like, there are two things that I wish I had done in my life. Either been in a boy band or professional skydiver. Because of that skydiving scene, I always wanted to be a professional skydiver, doing tricks and doing all these things. Like, I wish.
I mean, who truly doesn't at this point? Like, if you don't be a skydiver, what are we doing? What are we doing?
No, what are we doing? What are we doing? So the Power Rangers movie, and also I feel like if poor Naomi Scott, she also was in the Charlie's Angel reboot. I thought that was also really excellent. No one went to go see that either, and she's trying to get on a franchise. She's trying to get on a franchise, and people are. I feel bad. I feel bad. Audra said I watched Power Rangers like 20 to 25 years ago, but nothing recently. Yeah, the show is still running, which is really fascinating. Like a whole new generation of like, and they've actually done, because sometimes I go on the Wikipedia thing, they've done actually like reunion ones where it's like all the Rangers, like Rangers from all different eras who've like come together.
No,
so like,
I refuse. I refuse to accept that this is a thing that they've done. No,
they have. They have absolutely done it. They've done one, and it's like there's like 10 different versions of the Red Ranger there, like 10 different versions of the Pink Ranger. They're all on the same, like they did like this battle sort of royale thing. It's a real thing.
Nope. I refuse. Unless somebody tells me Rita Repulsa is back, I want no part. No part.
It's fair. It's for Lord Zed. Like there was some really creepy things. Like he was essentially like a man with no skin. And I think in the Japanese version, he was called like Mr. Satan. And they're like, well, we're not going to call him that here in the United States, but we'll call him Lord Zed. Okay. Okay, Raymond said Colby is the best. He's on the World Power Rangers. I don't think I made it to that one. There it is. And Stacey, I'm sorry. Mackenzie's doing the best that she can with her audio. It just we can't. It's just we're having some trouble here. So
I know. It's just one of those Fridays. It's one of those Fridays where the tech hates us. It's over both of us.
I don't even know that it is us, because I think y'all were also on, like, if Liv, who was the show before us, was also having some tech issues. So I think, I don't know, maybe Mercury's back in retrograde, unsurprisingly. It's not us. Oh, Raymond said Tommy. Yes, Tommy is, Raymond, he's one of the ones that came back. He comes back to Power Rangers all the time. I think he's still on there. Like, he often comes back, because they can cast anybody on that show, because they just take the Japanese footage, and then, like, they're never really in the suits kicking around. They just take the Japanese footage. And so he keeps coming back. My favorite I had 2 favorites. And my best friend Deontay and I used to play Power Rangers all the time. And who were we? Kimberly and Aisha. He was always Aisha, the Yellow Ranger. Yeah. I loved Aisha.
I loved me some Kimberly. I was like, and when I die, bury me in this Pink Ranger suit for the rest of my life.
Amy Jo Johnson, before I had a Sarah Michelle Gellar, as in like I love women who kick. Before I had my Sarah Michelle Gellar, I had Amy Jo Johnson. Audra also loved Kimberly. So great. I love it. All right. Let's see. Here we go. So, Audra said I had Pink Ranger everything and named my dog after her. Oh
I
my
love that so
gosh.
much.
I love it. All right. Okay. Sarah's queuing us to get to the next person, which is why their picture is up here. Thank you, Sarah. Keeping us on track. It is Sashir Zameda's birthday. We love her turning 36. 36. I feel like SNL just never knew what to do with her. I feel bad for her.
Never. Never, ever, ever. Lorne Michaels was like, I cast her. I have no clue what to do now.
Yeah, you gotta give people like right for her. Like they were like, we've got a black woman, like we don't know what to do with her. And then they got Leslie Jones, who's just like, well, I'm gonna tell you what we gonna do with me. I'm just gonna come on and be
Basically.
Leslie Jones, and that's what happened. I
That's
love
pretty
her.
much exactly what happened.
I also like, yeah, Raymond kind of bringing up this point, the original colors in the Power Rangers. Like, remember how racist they originally casted the American
Oh,
version?
I still think about that. That like the Asian Ranger was yellow, the black guy was the Black Ranger. There was a nice all-American white guy who was the Blue Ranger. The girl was the Pink Ranger. Like
So bad. They have done later versions where actually like, there's been like women who've been the Red Ranger, so they've gotten better
okay,
over time. But like, woof, did
we've improved. Heck, we're doing
they
better.
did. You know, I actually have a picture. I met oh gosh, the guy who played the original Black Ranger and David Yost who played the Blue Ranger. I met them at Comic-Con when I was working with Marvel. Like I got to take a picture with them and I didn't have to like because I was hosting stuff for Marvel, like I was in the world of them, and I was like, "Yeah, hey, can we get a picture?" And usually they charge for that, and they're like, "No, no, 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 like he's one of us," and so I got to take a picture with them.
I would lose my mind, but I would also be like, do you know that my cousin broke somebody's nose as a little kid because of you, Mr. Black Ranger?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Also, I think David Yost was making googly eyes at me. He left Power Rangers because he was getting so bullied on the set because he is gay. And he
Yeah.
got bullied so much on the set. And so he eventually just left. But yeah, he was making some googly eyes at me during Comic-Con. I'd be walking by and he just was like, hmm. And actually
You could
when I
be
met
dating a Power Ranger right now.
I
How dare
know.
you? You dropped the
What?
bag.
And when I met him, he was like, "Do I know you?"
What a
He
great
gave me,
line. What a great
yeah.
line from somebody that immediately I'd be like, I know your face. I'd be like, do I know you? I'd be like,
Oh my
oh
gosh,
my
yeah.
God, beautiful.
It's like when I met Deborah Messing and she introduced herself to me and she was like, "Oh hi, I'm Deborah." And in my mind, I'm thinking like, "Of course I know you're fucking Deborah Messing." And I was like, "I'm sorry, was that Deborah? Deborah? Am I saying it right? Deborah? Deborah? Debbie? Yeah."
When I
All right.
interviewed Tessa Thompson, she was like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Tessa," and I also did such a great job playing it off that she was like, "Oh, have you ever watched Thor?" And I was like, "What? Marvel movies? I don't know her. Let's get back to passing."
Oh my god. I love it. They're just like us. Okay, Sashir Zameda having a birthday. Other than SNL, she has this television series about money. Can you name the television
She
series she
does.
has? What is the name of her television series
Oh my
about
goodness.
money?
Oh my gosh. And I know exactly because it's got Topher Grace on it. And they once did a sponsored skit with Shark Tank. Oh, and it's about like the brother makes like millions of dollars with a startup and she Topher who's got no money. Oh no, it's on
Oh
ABC.
yeah. Mhm.
I know all these details. I don't know the name.
Yeah.
I think I know
Well,
the name.
I do appreciate that Audra does love our random celebrity stories. So awesome. Glad that you're enjoying our detours, Audra, and plenty more of those come from. Oftentimes, as you all know in Getting Up, I usually bring up someone's canceled TV show. So far, haven't done that in a while. So usually I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, your show got canceled. And they're like, why are you bringing this up?
Okay, I think I know the name of the show. I think I know. I'm going to take a shot in
Okay.
the dark. Is
Taking a
it called
guess.
Home Economics?
You're gonna be so mad at me, and I can't give you. I can't give it to you because it's called woke and home economics. Okay,
I
I'm
hate this
so
so much.
sorry. I'm so
I hate this
sorry.
so much.
You're so close. You're so close. You with such a good guess. Such a good guess. Woke and home economics. So close. How about this last one? Last one. We'll end on a good note. Uh, Raymond said that is so stupid. You should give
Raymond
it to
said it
her.
was so stupid. Yes, Raymond. You're right. So stupid. I want my points.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Last one. Tom Bergeron, 67. Uh 67. The former Dancing with the Stars host. He has since been replaced by Tyra Banks. Which people have a lot of thoughts and feelings about that, but it's hard for Tyra.
I have a lot of thought about it. I have many
Okay.
thoughts and feelings, but I'm gonna let it go.
We'll circle back to it. Even Tim, everybody is got your back, Mackenzie. Tim's like, give
Thanks,
Mackenzie
Tim.
the point. I've never seen Tim with so many exclamation points before.
Points.
I'm sorry, folks.
Give
I
her her
can't.
points.
I can't do it. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this. So before he hosted Dancing with the Stars, he hosted mm, this
I
show.
finally know the answer. I finally know the answer to something. Like I do know the answer to it. I'm gonna even let chat give me some because I actually know the answer for once, so we can all
Okay.
revel in knowing something together.
See, we're gonna
Take
end
it
on a
away,
good
guys.
note. We're gonna end
I
on a good note. Yeah, he's just a host with the most. Ooh,
You're
look at
right,
that. Ooh,
Raymond.
dang.
Raymond
Even with
knows. I know. We all know.
Raymond coming with the cool kids acronym for it as well.
I know.
AFV.
I realized also AFV was low key like TikTok before there was TikTok. Like you basically just
Oh, you're so right. You're absolutely
yeah,
right.
it walked so that Vine could run and TikTok could fly.
Oh man, R.I.P. Vine. Everyone was so upset when Vine left. They were like, my whole entire like career is on here and it's gone.
All right, well Raymond and I are locking it in. America's
Okay.
funniest home videos.
America's Funniest Videos. That is exactly correct. That is the answer. And yeah, he was hosting Dancing with the Stars, and then he got the boot. He's a little bit bitter about it. Like if you ever hear him like
I'm
interviews, like
bitter.
he's yeah, like but it's Tyra. Don't we love Tyra? She she's not used to doing live television. She's used to having like an edit. She's
She's also not
been
used to a show in which she is not the expert. Like the way she will be like, she'll be like, I'm gonna take time to model as we go to the next. It's like, Tyra, nobody asked for you to do like a catwalk dressed in like a feathered ensemble. It's like
oh gosh, that's not the show. Not the show, T.
that's not
Not
the
the
show. No.
That's not the show. Oh wow. All right. Well, you all did pretty okay today for celebrity birthdays. You didn't get them all, but you gave some good guesses. Uh
It was chaotic celebrity birthdays. It was chaotic. It was chaotic. There was tech issues. I didn't know the names of anybody. Why am I mean, honestly, I'm having an existential crisis. Why would you ask me to be on the show? I'm not equipped for this.
You're doing fine. You're doing great. Just remember Chevy, like a rock. It was Chevy, Chevy trucks, Chevy trucks. Raymond said some of the outfits they have in August, or is that aghast? Some of the outfits they have are
Aghast.
in aghast. Yes. Oh man. Oh, they're weird. Yeah, some of the outfits they have
Okay.
her in are weird. She's probably
Yeah.
picking some of those out herself. All right, let's kick it on over to our so great job everybody. Let's kick it over to our Flashback Friday moment. It is in honor of so we're doing Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, and today this is not going to be a fun ride, but it's really important. This is about Vincent Chin. So curious if anybody is familiar with Vincent Chin, if they've heard about the story of Vincent Chin. This happened in 1982. Essentially, it is a hate crime that happened that sparked a huge civil rights moment, especially for the Asian American community. Yes, Raymond's like, who's he? Don't worry, going to tell you all about him. For the Asian American community, they often have been there's this model minority myth, and that they don't really fight and have activism and things like that. But this is an example that first of all, the model minority myth was created to it was designed by the people in power. It's not actually real. It's this idea that like, oh, if you're just put your head down, obedient, you can make it through. So like it's like, black people just be like, the Asian folks who just hard workers, they put their head down and they don't make a fuss, and then they're able to make it. But it was this thing that was designed to really put different groups of people to fight essentially against each other. And it's caused a rift between different communities. So, all right, in Detroit, Michigan, on June 1982, Vincent Chin, who was a Chinese American, was beaten to death in a hate crime by two auto workers who blamed Chin for the massive layoffs occurring in the auto industry. Before slipping into a coma, Chin's last words were, "It's not fair." And so again, like, so there were all these auto workers that were being laid off in the 80s. Their jobs were essentially being sent overseas. So it's like, really, who are you really mad at? Like, so many things like this happened in the 80s because of, like, we lost so many jobs here in the United States for, cheaper labor. And so these men were arrested and released that same exact night. Their name were Ronald Evans and Michael Nitz. They were charged with second-degree murder, which they then pled down to manslaughter. They denied the brutal attacks were racially motivated, which they absolutely were. There's accounts of like slurs that they said. They were looking around, driving around, trying to find, specifically like, Vietnamese people, I believe, to beat up. And he's not even Vietnamese. Not saying that would be even right, but just even the bias around this attack of just lumping all Asian folks together. Essentially, they just received, after all of this, a hate crime happened. They murdered and killed someone. Long story long, all they did is they received 3 years probation and a $3,000 fine. And the judge that gave the sentencing offered the following explanation. They said, "These aren't the kind of men you send to jail. You fit the punishment to the criminal, not the crime." So they never served one night in jail. And meanwhile, Chin was buried in what was supposed to be. He was out the night that this happened. It was his bachelor party. He was out at a bar, and he was supposed to be getting married, and they ended up burying him the night that he was supposed to get married. One person had written about this. They said, but by far the most significant reaction to the judge's decision was the galvanization, indeed weaponization, of the Asian American community. Its reaction was so powerful, and the coalition it formed, it was so broad-based in terms of class, ethnicity, and age group, that commentators have frequently claimed that no coherent Asian American identity truly existed before this moment. So this was the moment that really brought the Asian community together, because he was racially profiled for being in one community. They were looking for a specific group because all their jobs were being sent over to, I actually really forget. It was either, I think, like Vietnam or Japan. So they're looking for people that specific ethnicity. He was Chinese American and American as well. And so he was being lumped in. And I think, again, folks just felt like, wow, we're all being lumped in together. And there's this myth that we're just, this passive group and community, and essentially similar to other groups who can kind of resonate with that. It was maybe essentially legal to be able to kill someone of Asian descent, right? Like, there was no action or recourse that ended up happening. And there's so many different routes. I really, if y'all are interested in learning more, really, and maybe we'll talk about this at some point, Sarah. Maybe we should make a note. Maybe next week we can circle back to this. But I think it's really important to understand about the Chinese Exclusionary Act of 1882, which essentially, we kind of talked about this actually earlier this week, but the Chinese Exclusionary Act essentially banned people from China being able to come here to the United States. It would only for like decades, it was only like 100 people could come here at a time. And there were hate crimes that were happening against this group of people. And I think you even look at this to today, just because people aren't talking about it, there's still violence, hate crimes happening to people within the Asian community. And similarly, just because we're not talking about hate crimes that are happening to, or police shootings of unarmed, Black folks, just because we're not talking about it doesn't mean it's not still happening. I just found out about a horrific incident that involved one of my cousins. there was him and this white woman were, driving in traffic, and they were both wilding, right? They both were being really aggressive or
Yeah.
whatnot, and it wasn't great. No one was being great in this traffic moment. He then went out to like a Walmart. He pulled off the road and went to a Walmart, and before he knows it, a group of police are swarming him, aiming guns at him, telling him to get down on the ground. And essentially, what happened is that white woman said that he threatened her as they were driving and pointed a gun at her. And my cousin does not own a gun, doesn't have a gun. He was
Yeah.
doing DoorDash deliveries at the time. Like that's what he was running around doing, was DoorDash deliveries. And he spent a night. They arrested him. He was in jail. They were like, "Oh, you threw the gun away." Like they were making the story
Yeah.
that he had a
Yeah.
gun and that he had just thrown it away. But how would he, for one, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, how would he have known, like, oh, she's gonna tell the police on me, I better throw this gun away? He didn't have it. He's never had a gun. It's again, this profiling that happens. And I think about that story, my cousin could have been dead. He could have been absolutely shot and killed. They were aiming guns at him.
He could have been a hashtag.
He could have been a hashtag. And it's also very nerve wracking if I've had interactions with the police. I've had interactions with the police. It's nerve wracking. There's so many things that are happening, and if you don't do it exactly to a T and you are Black, you could end up dead. So again, just because people aren't talking about these things doesn't mean that they're not happening. And so the story of Vincent Chin, here it is back in the 80s. I mean, we're still seeing these moments and these things happening today. So I just think it's really important to look back. If you're interested in hearing more about Vincent Chin, there is a film called Who Killed Vincent Chin, directed by Christine Choi and Renee Tamaji Pena. And it's described as, it's this Academy Award-winning film. It relates back to the facts of Vincent Chin's brutal murder. I think there's also a clip of it that you can see on PBS. There's also a play that I helped produce in college called Carry the Tiger to the Mountain, which talks about, it's a really beautiful story. So that is the story of Vincent Chin.
I know you thought it wasn't good. That you were like, "I'm sorry, it's not going to be," but I really appreciate you sharing this with us. Like, this is a story that I had never heard, and I'm so grateful that I've heard it now, because I think the only way I feel like I could ever be a helpful ally to, our Asian sisters is to, be able to share these kind of stories with other people so that they understand the context. Like, it makes no sense to me. And I think it's funny. I don't know if you've had the same experience. It's like every amazingly outspoken, does not take any crap person I know is like, an Asian classmate, like a Chinese, Korean, especially my Korean friends. And so the first time somebody was like, "Oh, well, I remember once in grad school was like, well, Asian girls are so quiet." Like, who? When? Where? What? Everybody I know who's real loud is like the Chinese girl I went to college with, or like my Korean friends who were like screaming at each other from across the room.
Yeah.
So this is a really powerful story. So thank you for sharing it with us.
My pleasure. And Stacey, we know that you have to go. We appreciate you so much joining in this week.
Yes,
have a
thank you
great
so much,
weekend,
Stacey.
Stacey. We love you so much. We'll see you on Monday, Stacey. But Stacey's leaving, but we're gonna stay right here, and we've got this second half of Get On Up coming right at ya. For those of you who are just joining in, you are watching Get On Up. I am your morning jam, James Arthur M. We've got Mackenzie Green here, filling in for Renee Colvert. We're here every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. Pacific time, and all the other times that follow thereafter. Check your local listings of whatever that means to you. Say as the magic word if you want to get involved in the conversation. You just say whatever, and it'll appear. That's the magic of it all. And then if you haven't done so, make sure to head over to www.backchannel.tv to leave a review. Oh, great. And Sarah said it's frozen. Am I frozen? Is that what's happening?
Am I frozen?
Sarah just said still frozen. It's frozen. Okay. We're doing the best we can here, people. Don't worry. I'll be back in my apartment in San Francisco with my high-speed internet. I'm literally on this little like 5G MiFi pack. So it could be also me who's ruining the stream. So I apologize.
Or it could be dealing with the greatest thing ever, which is parent Wi-Fi, which you're like, what's you guys' Wi-Fi speed? And it's like, they come in speeds? Parent speeds? What's a Wi speed? You're like, what's the better part of the house to get a connection? I don't know. What room did I call you from?
Oh my
I
God,
hate it here.
yes.
I love you both so much, but I hate it here.
We're all just doing the best that we can. So we appreciate everyone's patience today. It's Friday, especially like y'all. We appreciate you. Okay, let's get into the stories. So I think I want to kick off with this story we were just talking about yesterday. Can we talk about Madonna? We're talking about Madonna for a moment, everybody. So we're gonna do. I Raymond said it's Mackenzie who needs help. We know, Raymond. We know. We're doing. She's doing the best she can. Okay.
Never ending nightmare, guys.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about Madonna here. Yesterday we talked about Dave Chappelle uh got tackled at the Hollywood Bowl, which again, like he's made a lot of not condoning violence, but he's made a lot of transphobic jokes and humor and things like that. He also made the worst joke afterwards, which I'm not even going to repeat what it was. If you want to go look at
when
it.
I heard that, I was like, you didn't need that. Like, that was my first reaction when I heard that. It was like, that was unnecessary.
Why do you keep doing this? You have learned nothing. And so now I don't know what's beyond being done with someone, because I was already done. And like now, and I always try to give space and grace. Audra has mentioned this on the show before. We give space and grace, like always try to give space and grace for people, but to grow and to learn. And sometimes like I've said things that like, I'm like, oh, we don't say that. Okay, got it. Like I didn't know. Like but I learn from these things. So anyways, so I guess Madonna and Dave Chappelle have a very strong friendship. And so the man has been charged, he's out on $33,000 of bail. But I guess like Madonna made this about her. And she essentially, she posted 2 pictures of herself displaying her as Team Chappelle. And she said, last night was strange, ... and disturbing for so many reasons. The world is upside down. # prayer hands. # Dave Chappelle. She also went on to say, like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm bringing the story up. I guess the headline was a little misleading for the time I'm reading this out loud. Anyways, Madonna has chimed in. No one has asked her to, but she has chimed in. I still think that Chris Rock had the best response when he was like, "Was that Will Smith?" Now that was funny. Now I think that was a healing moment.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was her. Tim saying Madonna making something about her. Yeah. I mean, we can't all do it share style, And Raymond said that is the best response. Yeah, right. Chris Rock had the best response of like, then that's all. I mean, it's right there. Because even like when I saw that moment happen, I immediately thought of Will Smith. Anytime you see anybody who's on stage get attacked.
I mean, at this point now, like, if you a streaker at the Super Bowl now, you're gonna be like, Will Smith, like.
Oh, so we've all been kind of waiting because like Will Smith hasn't like really, he's not done any press. He's been laying low. I think he's even like some of his movie projects are obviously kind of slowing down. Like it's gonna take him a while to bounce back from this. I'm kind of like, but I think if anybody's gonna be able to recover and have a teachable moment about this, it's going to be Will Smith. I'm halfway through his audiobook. I mean, I'm rooting for him so much, and I think we all kind of need to like heal from what also happened. And he's going to be on. So David Letterman, I thought he just stopped doing his show. No, it's coming back. My next guest.
Yeah, my next guest. Yeah.
So Will Smith and Billie Eilish are his first 2 guests that he's going to have on there. And I'm like, oh, this is the best way to go about doing it. Yeah. Yeah.
David,
he's coming through. Yeah. Coming through. And this is going to be great because David Letterman, I mean, that show is really good. He goes in deep on conversations because he gives like 0 Fs at this point, right? And yeah, he's probably, Raymond said he's probably going to go easy. Yes. And there's going to be an edit. Because they're going to be able to like cut.
That's the bigger one is the edit. The edit is going to be where you're like, oh, what was actually said? Like, because some question that's like, do you want to divorce Jada? And it's going to be like, what? I've never heard, what? Divorce? I don't know her.
I don't know her. Yeah. So that's That's the first story that I had today. And all right, sounds like we don't how we're feeling about this. We're not feeling Madonna's response, and we are like looking forward to Will Smith's. What does Madonna have in her mouth? Is that
It's like
this is
probably
what?
like a VIP lanyard for
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But taking a
Okay.
page from Madonna, making things about ourselves, I will say I got really upset in the wake of Will Smith when somebody was like, "Oh, they postponed Bad." That made me irrationally mad, and then I got mad at him all over again. I love the Bad
Yeah.
Boys movies, and I
Well,
was like,
here's
"How
the
dare you do this to me? Forget your career, like to me."
Oh, Audra, thank you so much for joining us. Audra's off to a meeting because Audra,
Thanks, Audra.
businesswoman, get it done, get it done. Have a great weekend as well, Audra, and have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. We love you. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend.
Yeah,
I let's see. Oh, but I hope they bring back Gabrielle Union for Bad Boys 4. I was upset that she wasn't in Bad Boys 3.
I
She has her
was
own little
too.
she has her little spin-off series with Jessica Alba that's in the same world called LA's Finest. They stopped doing it after the murder of George Floyd. They're like, we don't want to do this
Yeah.
propaganda, this weekly, TV series. But they need to bring her back for Bad Boys 4. They need to bring her back.
I mean, I just love. I would just watch anything with Martin Lawrence. Also, I had this irrational thing, and I hope I'm proven correct in this theory that one day Tyler Perry will make a movie with Will Smith and Chris Rock in it.
Okay, we're putting it out into the universe. You've heard it here first.
Yeah, I'm putting it.
Tyler Perry is probably, one of these no names here, or he's the web chat user, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I think I will do that." Raymond, I do see your pleas to talk about Moon Knight. I can't talk about Moon Knight because I've not finished it, so I'm not gonna finish it until Saturday. So I'm so sorry. I will not be able to unpack Moon Knight with you about my. I know, and it's my husband. It's my husband, Oscar Isaac, and I haven't. I've just been too busy. I've been too busy. Have you finished Moon Knight, Mackenzie?
I have not finished the last episode, and I got really
Same.
panicked before I went to see. I almost said went to see WandaVision before I went to see Doctor Strange 2, because I thought there was going to be something from Moon Knight, and I got really panicked, like immediately outside the theater. And I was
Nope. I think we're really frozen. I have a very frozen Mackenzie here, but it seems like it seems like oh, I love it. She gone. She gone. Internet connection gone. Am I still here? Am I still here? I'm assuming I'm still here. I'm just gonna keep talking. This is the beauty of doing live television from wherever you are. So there is no well, I won't say anything anyways. Make sure you go get your tickets to Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange 2. Okay, Raymond saying yes, I'm still here. Sarah said I'm good. All right, next story okay, got you. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Mackenzie's frozen. Mackenzie, you're actually not even. Oh, and then Sarah took Mackenzie out to restart her stream. Thank you, Sarah. Working behind the scenes. Snaps to Sarah. Okay, our next story that we are going to do is Sarah's had this on the dock for so long. We're going to talk about it. Look who's back, crystal clear. We love to see it.
boom.
Okay, Bridgerton. We're going to talk about Bridgerton here. Do we have any Bridgerton fans? I look at Tim said maybe Disney's messing with the connections to prevent
I think it
spoilers.
is. I think Bob Chapek has heard me talk crap about my annual pass in California too many times, and he's like, "Get off the internet now, Mackenzie."
Exactly. I think maybe that has happened. Wow, you are crystal clear. So whatever happened, it's great. Okay.
I do what I can.
So Bridgerton, do we have any Bridgerheads here? I think Raymond said I
Me,
am. Okay, you're into
me.
Bridgerton. I've not seen. Oh, actually, don't be mad at me because here's as far as I've gotten to Bridgerton. Sarah's also gonna get mad at me. Here's as far as I got. In season 1, they got married and went to their own house, and that's how Bridgerton has ended for me. That's what I saw. So as
I
far as I
can't. I
know,
can't with you. I can't. I cannot with whatever this is absolute tomfoolery, and I do not accept it. This is so
Oh my
unacceptable.
God. I feel so. Raymond just said, "Oh, come on." I feel like essentially what I've done was the equivalent of like your mother falling asleep during Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of
It's
Madness.
basically what happened. You just did that to me. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, truly, I
Yeah.
thought you were about to be like, oh, I'm not caught up on like the end of season 2. So I was just gonna be like, well, James, you're the bane of my existence and the object of my desire. But instead, you hit me with, I don't even know what's happening. What?
Oh my God. I think I still have I think there's like 4 episodes left in season 1. So I easily have at
Oh
least
my
14
gosh.
episodes that I am
You are
behind on.
stressing me out.
It has been a wild Friday. I'm so sorry, Mackenzie, that I've been doing
This
this
is
to
a
you.
wild Friday. Like, what a Friday. Like, this is the Fridayest show that could ever represent a Friday in all of the world.
Oh my God. Oh, look, and Raymond said, Mackenzie, just call me up. We'll talk.
Thank you.
Raymond's like, we'll
Thank you.
just talk about it ourselves. Okay, well, I'm sorry, everybody. Anyways, well, let's go to this story. So this actress, her name is, she plays the Queen. I know this. She plays the
Yes.
Queen.
Oh my
Golda
gosh.
Roshievo. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I feel like everything I do is gonna be wrong about the story. But Golda, so she points out that I didn't know this. So she's queer, and she said that
Mm-hmm.
she was actually in her career, it left her feeling very confused. That essentially she was advised to not come out as gay, and she was like, this was just really bizarre, and she had to keep her sexuality a secret. And she said, yeah, she was really confused. It was really bizarre. How come I can, be out privately to my family and to my friends every day, but there's something about being professionally out and publicly out that is like, and so she said, we were talking about being out and proud and representation and whether I should say I was gay in interviews. And it was an absolute no. You absolutely shouldn't do that. It could ruin your career as an actor. And she said, I would rather lose a job than not be true to who I am. I'd rather just not work in an industry that doesn't
Well, good
accept
for
me.
her.
It just wasn't how I was raised. So she was very shocked by that director's advice. And then, her being out as a female director, as a lesbian director, I was like, oh, I guess the director who told her this was an out lesbian director. And so she's like, I don't
Listen,
understand this
sometimes it be your
advice.
own
Like,
people. Sometimes it be.
yeah.
Listen, what is that? I heard somebody once say they were like the equivalent of all skin folk ain't kinfolk is all days ain't them or all days ain't
Oh,
us. And I was like, I
oh,
like that.
yeah. I guess were they referring to Demi Lovato? Was that maybe where that was
I think
coming
they
from?
might have been.
Yeah, all
I think
right,
they
yeah,
might
yeah.
have.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, so they were like, saying that, the thing that blows their mind, and this is such a great fact, they said, I pretend to be other people. I hope to play a serial killer at one point in my life because to explore that, to investigate the psyche, which is what I do for a living. I investigate human nature. It doesn't mean I have to go out there and be one. I've played straight roles and I've loved every single minute of it. It's called acting, people. Like I don't understand. Like it's called
You
acting.
probably haven't watched this, but for any other musical theater nerds out there, they did a documentary about Spring Awakening, and Jonathan
Mm.
Groff was one of the stars of Spring Awakening, and he talked about how his character had to basically like have sex on stage every night with Leah Michelle, and that he was so deeply in the closet and so scared that if anybody found out he was gay, that the biggest thing is they wouldn't believe what he was doing on stage. And so like he was terrified. And it's funny because like this whole idea of like people being like, oh, people won't believe you or they won't like see you as this part if you're a lesbian. Like, meanwhile, the entire internet, since you haven't watched season 2, is like lusting after Jonathan Bailey, who is a gay man playing a straight man written by a woman. And people are like losing their minds, being like, why? Why is this happening to us?
Yes, it's yeah. I mean, it's fantasy. It's all playing, different parts. And I think also the very frustrating thing is that it's also hard for gay men to win Oscars for playing gay roles, but a straight man will win all the Oscars for playing a gay role because they're like, wow, so brave. And like when a
Yeah.
gay person does it, they're like, oh, that's not really acting. It's like, wait, what? But like straight people win awards for playing straight all the time. It doesn't make
All
any
the
sense.
time. It's
Oh.
very fascinating to me. And I'm constantly fascinated. And when I heard Jonathan Groff say that, that really, I don't know why, for some reason in my mind, I was like, oh, everybody thinks he's incredibly sexy. Like, why would he think any of us wouldn't believe anything he does on stage? But when he said that, I thought, oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I can see. And so it's funny with the Queen. It's like I would never think with Golda it would have anything to do with her. I don't know, being able to like play a serial killer. I don't know. I want to see whoever play a serial killer.
Yeah. And then Raymond said the documentary is called I Am a Big Boy. Is that what it is? There's a
I
documentary.
think.
That's the
Wait, what is it
documentary.
called? I'm trying to see. It
Broadway
is.
nerd. Broadway nerd.
Oh, Those You've Known. That's what it's called. Spring
Okay.
Awakening, Those You've Known on HBO. It's really good. I highly recommend it for other Broadway folks. It's very enlightening.
So I take it then you've also watched, I guess there's a Spring Awakening thing on HBO Max. There's a revival of it. I haven't seen it because Leah
That's
Michelle's
what
in
it
it.
is. It's literally
Yes.
the it's like part of the taped revival, and then
Oh.
interstitially are interviews with the cast, and they tell the story of like the creation of Spring Awakening.
Oh, okay, that's fascinating. Okay, I
Yeah.
am in. I am in. Also, I don't know if you'll know this, but this queen, so she plays the queen on Bridgerton, is based on apparently there was
Yeah,
like a
Queen
black
Charlotte.
queen.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
plays Queen Charlotte, and Queen Charlotte was actually black, and that's what
Yeah.
like. That's why also when people are like, "Get Meghan Markle out of this family," I'm like, "No, we just returning
Mm,
back to what it was
mm.
before. Just calm down."
Yeah. And this was during this time period that like black people like had like they were part of the
Yeah.
aristocracy. They had like, it was they were all up in it. So that is my other story. Do you have a story you would like us to feel out this Friday?
Well, here's the thing. I love to steal the stories that Sarah assigns to you specifically because
Perfect.
I'm like, I want that story instead. It's mine. But
Yeah. Do
Janelle
it.
Monáe
Yes.
was recently announced that she's doing an A24 series called De la Resistance. That's going to be like a streaming series. So hopefully they drop it all at one time, but about Josephine Baker. And I adore Josephine Baker and I adore Janelle Monáe. And I think my obsession with Josephine Baker started probably when Beyonce, this is everything leads back to Beyonce. Remember when Beyonce did that whole album that was like, when she did Deja Vu and the entire thing was like the Josephine Baker banana skirt dance? Like that was the
Mm,
full dance routine. That was when it started. And then when I became really fascinated with Dita Von Teese and burlesque, then I just became
mhm.
obsessed with Josephine Baker. Because this whole time, I thought she was like, I don't know what I thought she was an actress, and then when I realized she was a burlesque star in Paris,
Mhm.
I was like, "Be still my beating heart." She's
Yeah.
fantastic. So
Mhm.
I just think this is amazing that Janelle Monáe is going to be playing Josephine Baker.
Well, and Josephine Baker is such a complex human being and story.
Mhm.
I think we talked about Josephine Baker here. I think it was maybe on Get On Up or Minority Corner or both, because I was double dipping at that point. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I've already got the research. Let's go. But Josephine Baker was also a spy. That was her other thing, is that she
Yes.
also was a spy during the war, and because she was like getting all these like secrets and stuff like that. So she was a spy. Was it during World War II? It must have been World War II,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
So she was a spy for the Allies because they she was getting all the tea. So I think this will be a really amazing story. I hope like they're able to. Is it a series? It's a series or a movie?
I think they're saying that it's going to be a series, and then if it's A24, you know it's going to be like
Oh, I mean they don't mess
the most
around.
in depth, over the top, like
Yeah.
whatever the World War II scene is, they're going to be like fully recreate it, pay all the
Yep.
money. I mean, look at what
Yep.
they do with Euphoria. I'm
Oh,
constantly like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it is they if A24 is attached to it, it is gonna be so incredibly good. And I hope they do it a series because I don't think a movie her story is so complex and you just need so many parts. And Tim is bringing up one of the greatest points in the world. Janelle is a great actor, but I am always impatient for her to make more music. Her last
yeah,
album, Dirty Computer, was so good. What a great album.
so good. I mean, and
Such a
also
good album.
I mean, what a wild artist. Like, I just feel like
Yeah.
she is just, I'm sure Prince is just so proud of what he
Well,
created.
I actually think they are actually non-binary now, actually. So I
Yes,
think that
they
like
are. They
yes,
are.
they
Yes.
yes, right. So that is yeah. So having to regret, which also makes sense when they it was like, oh yep, that absolutely makes sense. That tracks, and I'm so glad that like, and now that they're fully stepping into their own like they were already amazing, and now that they know themselves in a more deeper way, like who I mean, just get ready, just get ready.
But talk about portraying an artist, because that's
Hmm.
Josephine Baker. This was somebody
Yeah.
who fully knew, embraced their skin when they found themselves in a country and a place that didn't embrace them. It was like deuces, I'm out. I'm
Yep.
not putting up with this.
Uh-huh.
And I just yeah,
Mhm.
I'm just so excited. Sometimes there are those castings that you're like, this is the perfect actor playing someone else, and this is just going
Mhm.
to be beautiful. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I think this is gonna be great. Although, did you see that? And I don't blame them. I think the script was just really bad. I like everyone's been trying to make like the next like Get Out or Us, and they've just been really
I don't want to see
struggling. Like
it.
really, only Jordan Peele
Yeah.
has been able to capture like black horror, like that genre of like horror. Because she was in that. There's a movie called Antebellum. It just it was, I thought
It was so bad. It was
it
so
was so
bad.
bad. I don't blame
So
her. It
bad.
just was like, what is going on? Anyways, you can skip it, everybody. All right, I have to get to this story because it is so exciting. So we have a new press secretary because
Yes.
Jen. So Jen Psaki is stepping down, which I was like, oh no, because I really like Jen Psaki. I think she does a really great job. But look who we are getting. We are getting Corinne Jean Pierre, I believe, and
Yes.
she is going to be the first Black and out age LGBTQ person to be press secretary. So this is really exciting. I mean, the Biden administration, they are really he wasn't messing around. He was like, black woman there, black woman there, black woman there. Like he is just doing it up. Finally, black women are getting their just rewards at the
Yes.
table because they have been, the backbone of this country for so long. And so this is really exciting. So, they say that she brings the talent, experience, integrity. And Fox News is gonna have to like show a clip of a black woman like every day, and so that
You
is
know
just
that's gonna you know that's stressing somebody in that Fox News White House press corps out, that they're gonna have to be like that they're gonna have to call this dark skinned black woman Miss or Ma'am, or they're
and
like,
they're
ooh,
and they're gonna have
ooh.
to be like, because they'll have to be really, they'll have to jump through so many hoops for their dog whistles. Because like I noticed they
Right?
are very careful of who they go after. They don't go after Corey Bush. They don't talk about
Exactly.
her. They don't bring because they know they can't do it. They can't do it. They'll go after Alexandra Ocasio Cortez. They feel like that she's like low hanging fruit, but they don't go
Absolutely.
after. They don't do Corey Bush. So they will be wise to mind their P's and Q's with our new press secretary. Even Raymond said this is really cool representation. Really cool. It's great. It's really great to see. We love it.
Super excited. I think I think the interesting thing about representation, all of it, because there's a story in here that I'm just like, I love too, but I just think all represent, whether it's bodies, ethnicity, all of this is so important.
Oh, well, we just lost Mackenzie. That was such a great moment. Did Fox News get into our feed and take her out? Oh man, we had such a great connection. And there it goes. All right, I'm gonna keep the story going here. You all, I don't know if you know this, but there is a Hunger Games prequel coming out. There is a Hunger Games prequel coming out called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes release. So it's called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And it is a Hunger Games prequel that is coming out, and it is slated for November 17th, 2023. There's no cast, but it's got a theatrical date. It is based on there's a prequel novel that Susan Collins wrote. I did not know this. Did you get on uppers? Do we have any Hunger Game fans? Did you all Raymond already coming in with their feelings and thoughts? I had a feeling you were going to go in this direction, Raymond. Raymond said, will you say we don't need this? Raven saying we don't need to go into this. Any other thoughts? Are we big fans of this? So let me tell you a little about what it is. So the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, it's set 64 years before the events of the trilogy, and it's starting on the morning of the reaping of the 10th Hunger Games, where an 18-year-old Coriolanus Snow is assigned as the mentor for the tribute girl from the impoverished District 12. I wonder if they're trying to give Snow like a backstory. I'm not familiar with this. The Feeling Peckish games, Tim, so good. So there's a Hunger Games prequel that is coming out,
Yes,
Mackenzie. How
that
are we
nobody
feeling about
asked
this?
for.
That's what Raymond said. So we don't want
Well,
this.
I mean, I think the hard part is that it's about Snow, right? It's like he's not a hero. He's not a good guy. He's not somebody you want the story to be about. So
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I'm so curious of why they focus it on that. I even feel like it's interesting that they choosing to go back to this time. I haven't read the book. Maybe it's amazing or something. Is it that like, everybody has their an origin. Hurt people. So maybe you'll hear a little bit about this. But it says that he is the mentor. To be a mentor, don't you have to have like been in the Hunger Games and of won? So does that mean that Snow was in the Hunger Games at one point? Is that what that
I think
is?
okay, so this was a book and I refuse to read it for this reason. So if anybody has read it, please let us know.
Well, it looks like Raymond has
Yeah,
not read it.
Raymond Raymond was like, if you want to know about this, you should read the book. Okay. There you go. See, I agree, Rose. You guessed it.
Yeah, and Tim is a good point. I wish they'd leave something up to the viewer or reader's imagination instead. Yeah, but Tim, if there is money to be made, they're just like gonna, go on it. As I was saying, I was talking on Liv's show earlier. Even like thinking about these Harry Potter prequels that like no one asked for as well, but they're like determined to do like 5 of these. They were like, okay, we're gonna do 5, but it's like, first of all, test the waters in the market. Like, do people even want one? And they're doing 5. I don't believe that J.K. Rowling even, I mean, the she who shall not be named. I don't even think that she has a plan of where these movies are going. It just seems like a money grab and such a mess. And I think to Tim's point, sometimes just leave it be, leave it be. My
Yeah.
imagination can decide what happened beforehand or what, where it
Yeah.
might go.
Leave well enough alone.
That's it. That is it. Okay, I think we have time for one more story, Mackenzie. Are you gonna pull from one of
So
mine?
as Yes. So as much as I would love to do the LeVar Burton story, I actually want to do this one because I think I might be able to make you a Broadway convert with this story. So there is a new show on Broadway called A Strange Loop. And this story, and so the show is really beautiful because it is about an unapologetically large-bodied black gay man.
Oh my
The entire
god.
show is just truly like unapologetically black and gay and queer. And as like the creator Michael R. Jackson has said, he really wants to like make Broadway gay as hell and black as hell. He wants to like to be the queerest, blackest show that has ever taken the Great White Way. And it's just so gorgeous. There are songs like the Memory Song, in which he talks about waking up in a bed one and being ashamed for the first time as a gay man.
Mm,
Um, there's like,
mm.
I've heard them sing also a song that's called like, basically almost like To Have the Audacity of a White Girl. Like they have these beautiful moments where they talk about like Harriet Tubman and James Baldwin, Houston's or Hurston. Like it's such a beautiful show from the clips that I've seen that
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the show that I hope Broadway embraces and that it really changes who sees themselves kind of in musical theater.
Wow, I did not even know that this show existed. So I'm sorry to my people. This sounds like such a great show. I am absolutely interested in this show. I love that this exists, and I also love that it's
Yeah.
Michael R. Jackson, which he had to
Yes.
really emphasize the R in his name. It's like that. This is the Michael
Yeah.
kind of like. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, get that in there. This sounds like such a great play. Raymond said it sounds interesting. This sounds again an interesting one. Broadway's doing it up. I'm already a Broadway convert. I just hadn't seen Spring Awakening
Listen,
or the
Raymond
ending
and
of
I are
Bridgerton.
judging you.
I
Raymond and I are
know.
judging you. We judge you deeply.
Oh God! Hey, you also didn't see the ending of Moon Knight, so Raymond, please judge Mackenzie as well.
I know. I
Please
know.
judge Mackenzie as well. Okay, well, I think maybe we can do this LeVar Burton one really quick. So celebrating
Yes.
LeVar Burton is going to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award for Literacy Advocacy. Of course, like, how come he doesn't already have this?
Who else?
And I think he's the only one to ever, he's the only one that could receive it and should ever receive it ever thereafter. So, I mean, he's a fixture. We know him from Roots, Reading Rainbow, like, so this year, the end Star
Trek,
Trek.
like
Yeah, like
everything.
he should have been the host of Jeopardy. I don't know why that didn't happen. Like, this isn't. Who is the host of Jeopardy? Who did it end up being? Not Blossom.
Blossom.
No.
Yeah, Alec.
It went to Blossom.
Oh, Ken Jennings. Sarah's like, you're so wrong. She's
Are
like,
we sure?
Jennings.
I don't think
Are
he
you
was
positive?
guesting. I need to Sarah, can we do a quick fact check as we keep talking? She does the champion rounds. Really? I am off on my history. I thought like he was guesting. I didn't realize it went to. I swear it went to Blossom, and people were not having it.
No, they were not. They were like, can we not?
Oh, Sarah's got all the receipts. Sarah says, my parents love Jeopardy. They watch it every day. It is them. Tim said they're switching off between Mayim, Bialek, and Ken Jennings. And they're not also putting LeVar Burton into the mix. This doesn't make sense.
You know what? I love LeVar Burton, and I love that he taught everybody a lesson that when he didn't get it, and then the world was like, oh, we want him to get it now. We want him to get it. He went back and he was like, no, I'm not. You didn't appreciate me when you had me there. Mm-hmm. You should have. And then also, I thought they did him dirty because they literally scheduled it, if I'm correct, at like the same time as the Olympics, like the beginning of the Olympics. And I was like,
yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and actually, I think he's getting his own. I think he's doing his own trivia show. I think he's getting his own. Yeah. So he gonna be fine. We're gonna. Yeah. So yeah, this is really exciting. He wrote when they announced it. So it's he's receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award during the first ever Children's and Family Emmy Awards, which will debut this year. And he posted. He was like, "Whoa!" With surprise emoji. And, we look at this, Reading Rainbow for 23 years from 1983 to 2006 was running. And the show debuted in 1983. And thereafter, it changed the television and educational landscape. And he had such a message of like fostering love and reading and generations of children. And it became the most watched PBS show in classrooms and garnered more than 250 awards, including the prestigious George Foster Peabody Award, a Telly Award, Parents and Teachers Choice Awards, and a total of 26 Emmy Awards, including 10 for Outstanding Series. So, wow.
Fantastic.
And I guess when the program went off the air, Burton retooled it into an iPad app, an educational aid. So he was like, okay, well, let's, keep this going, and has continued to drive to advanced storytelling and literacy. He has a podcast called LeVar Burton Reads, in which he narrates interesting stories. And there's also a YouTube story called This Is My Story, in which he shares personal experiences with racism. LeVar Burton said in a quote, he said, "You need to teach your children how to read, and you need them to love to read as well." And he said, if you want free, independent thinkers, people who can discern for themselves, people who want to actively participate in a democracy, you want them literate. If you want to control people, if you want to feed them a pack of lies and dominate them, keep them ignorant, for me, literacy means freedom for the individual and for society. Oh, this man. Just so brilliant. Just so incredibly brilliant. Is Mackenzie frozen or just so stunned by this LeVar Burton news? It could be okay. All right, we've lost Mackenzie again. It's been quite a show. Okay, she is frozen. All right, great. Well, now we're gonna go to our last segment of the day. A big welcome to. Okay, she's back.
I'm telling you, this is the Murphy's Law of shows. This is the Murphy's Law. This is my worst nightmare come true in one place.
You're doing great.
I hate it here. This is the hardest week of my life.
You're doing great.
What was harder this week? My dad being in the hospital or this? Because I'm embarrassed.
No.
This was harder.
No. Okay, we're sending Raymond just said she's good now. She's good now. We're sending you all the love and appreciation. We love you. You're doing it great. You're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. All right. And welcome to folks who just joined. We're going to get to our last segment of, well, actually second to last. We're going to play Family Feud. Dun, 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 ba,
Is
dun,
that
dun,
the theme?
dun, dun, dun.
That's not the theme song.
No. Okay. Wow.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun, dun,
dun,
dun, dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
I think. I don't know,
I
guys. I don't
I think
know.
so. Sarah, I just am letting you know, I think the wrong Family Feud is linked. It's supposed to be Family
This
Feud
is
Night at the
this is a
Movies.
day. This is a day, guys. What a
Uh,
day.
it's supposed to be Family Feud Night at the Movies, but instead it's picnic related Family Feud.
Guys,
So Sarah, if
guys,
we
help us.
could
Get us
get
out of here. Airlift
that
us out.
one here movie questions. Maybe I'll just Google one.
Can I
Here we
just say
go.
there's a spot in the multiverse in which this show is going off flawlessly and it's perfect.
Oh
This
my
isn't that
god.
universe.
It's not that one. Okay. All right. We'll see what we've got. We will see what we've got here. Nope, this is not gonna be the one here.
Raymond,
All right.
Raymond, Raymond, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know.
All right, cool. Well, that is literally just the next segment we're gonna go into, and I don't have the next link. All right, Sarah gets that together. Sarah gets that one here. Let's go to this is like a weird thing to do before the show ends. Should we go into Forget About It Friday? What are we going to forget about this week that no longer
This.
so look at Raymond, get it together. Please do not write a review today. I'm not even gonna mention how you can write a review for the show because I don't want your reviews today. So you can forget how to read a review. Please don't leave a review. We don't need it. We don't need your reviews today. Raymond said, Sarah, your number one fan. They're turning against you, Sarah. They're turning against you. All right. We're going to just Google random Family Feud questions. I'm going to get it for you. I'm going to get you. Here we go. All right. Here is your Family Feud questions for today. Okay, here's what you do. I got it. All right. Name a house you never want to be in. Name a house you never want to be in. So the way we're going to do is we're playing Family Feud. Y'all are looking for some of these answers.
Right.
Name a house you never want to be in.
And their
Name
houses
a
from
house
movies?
you never want to be in. I feel like we maybe did this one before.
And they're from
Did we do
movies?
this one? No, this is not movies at all. This is not movies.
Oh my god.
Oh, look
God
at that.
bless
Raymond
any-
said
God
Raymond said you did this one
bless you.
2 weeks ago. Okay, fine. How
Oh
about
gosh.
this?
Oh geez. God bless the person who tuned into this for the first time. I'm so sorry. This is not what
Okay,
this
fine.
always is.
How about this one? Name an occupation that begins with the letter J. Name an occupation that begins with the letter J. Welcome to Mike and to Anna. We are playing Family Feud. The show has been running perfectly. You came right at the right time to
It has
get
been
on
the
up.
smoothest hour and a half of your life. Nothing has gone wrong. It has been perfection.
Perfection all the way. Perfection all the way. Okay, name
As I
something that
slide off
might
screen.
name an occupation that begins with the letter J. Any guesses? Get on uppers, Mackenzie. Name an
All right.
occupation that begins with letter J. Raymond, I don't hear anything.
I know,
We did this
Raymond.
one 2 weeks ago.
Raymond, I need your help.
Oh man. Jada. Jada Pinkett, like actor. Okay. Well, I think Echo
No,
did you wrong.
I'm okay.
Ooh, is James Arthur M an occupation? It's not on the board.
You guys are gonna give me an X. Okay, I'm gonna say janitor.
Janitor, show me
C?
janitor. It's the number one answer. 62.
Okay.
62 people
There we
said
go.
janitor. Raymond said janitor as well. You both got it together. That's the first one, but you do have one X on the board.
Let me show you how low-key dumb I am. I almost said gym teacher.
Oh, it's hard. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough
We almost
week.
said
It's been a
occupation that
rough
starts with
week.
J. Gym teacher.
Gym
Okay,
teacher.
ooh, juror. That's what I'm gonna
Uh,
assume jurist is. Juror? Just say juror. Is it a
your
person on a
second X.
jury?
It's your second X. But even that, but wait, you're in the right realm. Who else is there at a courtroom? Who else is there at
A
a courtroom?
judge. A judge.
Yeah.
A judge.
Mackenzie looked at me like I was speaking French all of a
I really
sudden.
did. I was like, because you know what I thought to myself? Lawyer doesn't start with a J. What you talking about?
Tim,
That's crazy.
jelly bean, as in like a jelly bean counter. That is your second X that we're gonna give it to you. All right, you have two X's.
Oh, no.
Let's one answer and the second answer.
Okay.
Oh man, you guys are gonna be so mad at yourselves.
Okay. I'm gonna say
Yourselves.
a jeweler. A jeweler.
That's the third answer. Yes, you're doing great. Janitor,
Yeah.
judge,
There's more.
jeweler. There are three more. There are three more. What are the other ones? Oh my gosh. This show is just Mackenzie unravels on
It
Get On
is
Up today.
this show is like, how have you been doing this week? This show is how I'm doing.
This is all fair. This is fair.
I'm gonna
All right.
say jockey.
Wow, you're doing great. That is the fourth one. Mackenzie is crushing it. Janitor, judge, jeweler, jockey. There's two more. There's two more. Oh my god. Oh look, Raymond's like cheering you on. Good answer. Good answer.
I don't
Good
know
one.
any
Good one. You're doing so good. You're doing great. For those of you who just joined in, Cheap Carp and Jessica, we are playing Family Feud, and to Sarah as well, we're playing Family Feud. The question is a name and occupation that begins with the letter J. So far, we've got janitor, judge, jeweler, jockey. Two more answers on the board.
Oh my
100 people
gosh.
were surveyed.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see
Is there
here.
anything in here that can help me? No.
Can we
Oh.
just take any random guess? You have two X's, by the way. You have two X's. So
I know. That's why I'm like, I
guess.
have two X's, and this last guess is it.
This is it. But you've done well. You're getting them. What do we think? Any guesses? Anybody? Tim's like being quiet because Tim's like, I already got us two X's, so I'm not gonna get the third one.
Okay, this is definitely wrong, but I'm gonna say it. Disc jockey.
That is our third X. All right, let's see what we were missing. Journalist was the other. I know. I told you you're gonna be mad. Here's the last one. You're gonna be so mad at like who. Juggler. Three people had said juggler.
No, they didn't. No, they did not.
There were three people. They surveyed 100 people.
No.
There were three. All right. Okay. Here we're going to our next one. Name something that might be. Raymond said, "I feel so stupid." Probably not about the juggler.
Raymond, you feel stupid. Raymond, you shouldn't feel stupid. I said, I said gym teacher. So no.
And disc jockey. All right. Name something that might be brewing. Name something. And then Tim said those three people were probably the jugglers.
They were. Those three people were. They were like juggler.
I guess you get paid for that. Ooh, Raymond coming in hot.
Raymond. I'm with trouble. I'm gonna go trouble. Great answer.
Let's see if trouble is. You're giving me all the Family Feud realness. It's so great. Oh my god, good answer. Okay. Trouble is the number 4 answers on the board. Tim just said coffee. Number 1 answer.
Coffee.
Ding. Coffee.
Good answer, Tim. Great answer. Tim, ooh, we have the same one. Beer.
It's on the beer. It's on. The number 2 answer. You've got coffee. You've got beer. You're
Okay.
doing so great.
Okay.
No X's on the board
Oh
yet.
my gosh.
Doing great. All right.
How
But
many
there
more?
are,
How many
there
more
are
do we have?
3 more. 3 more you are looking for. All right. So we've got coffee. We've got beer. What name something that might be brewing?
I'm gonna say an idea.
Oh, an idea. I'm gonna give it to you because a plot. That was the 3 people said a plot.
Okay.
We'll give it
Okay.
to you.
Okay. Oh, Raymond has
Idea.
it. Raymond says a storm. We're gonna go storm. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Good
That is
answer.
also on the board. 5 people said a storm. There is one more. You've got 0 X's. We've got coffee. We've got beer. There is the 3rd answer we're looking for. We've got trouble. We've said a storm, a plot. There is one more that we're looking for. No X's. Let's take some guesses.
Okay. Guys, this is why I'm so bad at Wordle, because I know 3 things and I just guess them every day and put them together.
Think about coffee, beer, and there's something, it's in the realm of
Soup? What are we talking about?
That's your first
Oh,
X.
tea.
I heard
Tea.
soup.
Tea. I'm gonna
There
say
it
tea. I'm gonna say
is,
tea.
tea. You got it. You got it. You did get 1 X because you said soup. I heard it.
That wasn't my official answer. I just said soup because I was like, soup? Soup spoon?
All right,
Tea.
let's
Got it,
do.
guys.
We'll do one more. We'll do one more. I don't know if we can. Okay. All right.
Mackenzie's
Here we
not gonna
go.
get these.
You can already, I can tell by your face that what you're reading is something you know I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Yes, Raymond's right. I was talking to you guys. I was saying soup as a collective. Like, how do we feel about soup?
Oh, okay, that's true. That's true. Okay. How about this one? When you call in sick to work or school, name something you do to make it believable. So when you call in sick to work or school, name something you do to make it believable. What is something that you would do?
I'm gonna say cough.
Cough is yep, you and Raven both got it. Cough is the number 1 answer. 68 people said cough. So you got 68 points.
Okay.
All right, name
Oh,
something
geez.
that you do. You call in sick to work. Name something you do to make it believable.
Okay, this means I'm not talking to you. Guys, how do we feel about sniffling? Let me know in the chat how we feel about like sniffling. Is sniffling an
Okay.
option? Do we want to say that to Steve Harvey over here? Do we want to say it?
Ooh,
Okay,
Raymond said doctor's note.
okay.
That is, yeah.
Okay,
doctor's
we're
note
gonna
is
say
on there.
doctor's note. We're gonna
Take
say
a
doctor's
doctor's
note.
note.
Great answer. Great answer.
Two
Great
people,
answer.
2 people have said doctor's note. It is on there. And I think Raymond said yes with the faking of the sniffle.
We're gonna some of my teammates say we're gonna go with sniffling, please.
Sniffle is on there. So you've got cough. You've got 68 people said cough. 2 people said fake a doctor's note. 2 people said sniffle. And we've got 1, 2, 3 other ones. 3 other ones.
3
that are higher up. Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. I like Tim's. Have your mom or a significant other call for you.
Let's see if it's on the board. First X. Your first.
How dare you?
That's our first X. Our first X is there. Raymond said exactly. How dare you? How dare you? All right. What's maybe some other things that maybe you might do? Think about when you're sick. Maybe what happens and you're trying to recreate those moments. Like maybe what you would do. So maybe you're coughing, but maybe there's something else that you're doing.
We said coughing and sniffling. Oh, we're gonna guys. Okay, I'm not talking to you right now, guys. How do we feel about clearing your throat? How do we feel about clearing your throat, like going all that stuff? How do we feel?
How do we feel? Okay. All right.
They haven't told me yet. I'm very nervous
because
I don't want to make a unilateral decision. This isn't a cheer-tatorship. This is a cheerocracy. So I want to make sure. Okay, we're gonna go with sneeze.
Okay, sneeze is actually the same as sneeze sniffle, so I won't even give you an X. I'm not gonna give you an X. I'm not gonna give you an X. Sneeze, sniffles in the same
Raymond's with
bracket.
it. We're gonna go clearing your throat. Some sort of phlegm removal noise.
Let's see. Second X on the board. Second X on the board.
These
All
people are
right.
liars, then whoever was surveyed. These are
Oh my
liars.
gosh. All right. So we've got cough. We've got fake a doctor's note. We've got sneeze and sniffle. There are 3 more answers. You've got 2 X's. Raymond just like, really? Really? This is what's
I'm with
happening?
you,
Really?
Raymond. This is how my week is ending. This is how we're doing that.
I know. I'm so sorry to do this to you. Oh, wow. All right. Here it is.
Okay. What else do I do? I might know because my eyes might get watery. No, because I'm not going to take medicine because I'm not actually sick. That would just be called drugging yourself. They can't see me wrap myself in a blanket because I'm on the phone, so that's not an option. It's like, why do
Right.
that?
Uh-huh.
Laying down, they wouldn't know if I'm laying down.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't. But maybe you might.
Oh, I'm gonna say out of breath. I'm gonna say be out of breath.
Out of breath. Okay. I'm gonna give it to you because it's hoarse or
better.
weak voice. Hoarse or
Thank
weak
you.
voice. And your breath
Thank
would
you.
be out of breath because okay, all right. We've got cough. We've got hoarse or weak voice. Still 2 more that you
Tim got
so
it. Okay, Tim, I love your answer. Blow your nose. We're gonna go blow your nose.
blow your nose. Okay, here we go. And third X. We were looking for fake puke. Or
Who would see that over the phone?
but you go like, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't.
You mean to tell me people are out here calling their boss, being like, I'm sorry, I don't feel. It's like you shouldn't be you should be institutionalized. Jail. Immediately jail.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, I am so weak. Even Raymond was like, that was a good answer. Good answer. I'm so sorry. It was not on the board. And then the last one is moan and groan. That was the other one. Like
what are these people doing on no. This is work. This is work. This is not the place for you to be on the phone talking about. It's like, I hope your boss fires you next. I hope if you're doing all of that, I hope your boss is like, don't ever come back to work again. You're disgusting.
Tim said I was going to say vomit, but I wasn't sure if it was too gross. Apparently not. Apparently it was not. So there it is. Our family feud. We should have left on the last one. We guys did so well. Mackenzie looks like she get nothing for Christmas. It is so upset. And all right. Not gonna have Mackenzie on for Fridays anymore because family feud too stressful.
No. It's very stressful and I don't like it and it made me very mad.
Okay. All right. We're going to go into our final segment for today. It's called Forget About It Friday. So, what are we going to forget about this Friday? Maybe something happened this week that did not serve you, and we're going to leave it behind. What
I was gonna say my dad going to the hospital, but honestly, this I can't get this back. This was 2 hours of my life in which I was enraged, furious, embarrassed, made a mockery of buffoonery and tomfoolery. This is what I'd like to forget. I mean, honestly, there you go.
Oh my God!
Nothing to top an ER visit with my dad, but this right here, this.
Oh my
right
God!
here.
So much happened during these 2 hours, but you did it. You did it. And then Tim said, if someone leaves a review for today's show, they might use a vomit emoji. Very true. I think that would be fair. I think that would be fair. The reviews, feedback is a gift. We heard you loud and clear. But I think we're ending on a good note. You're coming in crystal clear. We've moved on for.
Are we ending on a good note? Is this
You've moved on for Family Feud. Yes. I think, let's see, what am I going to leave behind that is not serving me? Oh, I think like something I learned last night that I don't have to win every conversation with people, and that sometimes it's okay to just leave people where they are. They always say, meet people where they are, but don't leave them there. Sometimes you can actually leave them there. Because last night, my therapist gave me this great, sometimes it's hard when people are giving, even at work, they're giving feedback that I don't agree with. My therapist is like, you don't have to agree with it. You can just say, oh, that's really interesting, and leave it right there. And I used it last night. at a bar. There was someone who, we talked about this yesterday, that folks, no offense for our friends in our 20s, but sometimes when you're in your 20s, you feel like you know everything. And then once you turn 30, you're
Yes.
like, oh, I don't know anything. And that's what your rest of your life is, kind of just exploring how much you really just don't know. Hello to We are talking about what are we leaving behind this Friday. um what that is not serving you. And so for me, it is, feeling like I have to win every conversation or always be right, because it's like, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Sometimes you can't have both. And so was engaged in this conversation with somebody last night, and we were going around in circles, and they weren't really listening to me. Like, I was talking and then they would talk right over me. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I just left it alone. I just was like, oh, that's really interesting. Wow, yeah, that is really interesting. And then they got so emboldened, like they thought like they were like, oh yeah, ooh, I'm winning this. And they just kept going in more. And I just was like, that's really interesting. Wow. Okay. Man, I never thought about it like that. That's really interesting. Doesn't mean I agree, but it meant like I could lead this conversation. So I think that's what I'm leaving behind this Friday.
Well, aside from my infuriation, humiliation, and just overall anger about these last 2 hours, I would say the thing that I am probably going to leave behind is I have really, this week has been a real lesson to me in like letting go of the things I cannot control, and so I have just really been on like embracing surrender. And so I have had the simplest prayer ever this week, which is like, God, show me how good it can be. That has been my that has been my anchoring point all week. So I have given up begging for things to go well and trying to hold on to stuff I can't control, and I've just started doing otherwise. And honestly, I've done a horrible job of letting go of things I can't control, because this show and all of this has just been, it's testing me. The Lord is testing me, and it's happening through Wi-Fi, through Beyonce's internet, and all of this.
Oh my gosh. Well, I do want to point out that Tim, oh, look at this. Look, the reviews are in. Tim said, I've laughed a lot today. So thank you all for that. So through all of our hijinks, and Raymond has said it not once, but twice, come back, Mackenzie, at a later time, at another time. We would love to have you back. And, Raymond said you should come back soon. We love Mackenzie. And I also want to thank you because in sending, prayers and thoughts and energy to you and your family, I want to thank you for doing the show. You thought you were going to be here in LA, like in your home, and
Yep.
you weren't. You were across the way, and you still, with so much going on, you still said yes. And so I just want to thank you for taking the time to be here with us on Getting Up and deal with the craziness that was today's Friday.
First day I had no chat. I had to play the game. I was very terrified today. Apparently I have no internet. Nothing works. My sound is horrible. I hate everything. I know nothing. I've never seen a celebrity in my life. This is awful.
Oh my God. Yeah, you really had the ringer today. Those trivias, it was like, who's this man?
Who are these people? Honestly, my life this week, I can only go up from here.
It can only go up from here. It can only go up from here. And I look forward to seeing Moon Knight. Question for Get On Uppers. Do we have I don't know what this loud noise. Now I've got these loud noise. Do you hear what is happening? Is there a chainsaw? I'm sorry to these noises, everybody. I don't live. This is an Am I going to die? Oh, of course. All right. Yeah. Well, this is happening.
This is how it ends.
I think we have to end the show now because I don't think this noise is going to be ending. I'm just going to mute myself for a second.
While James is muted, I just want to say thanks, guys, for having me on here. I'm sure I'll never be invited back because this was chaos from beginning to end. And truly, I hope I never run across this clip on the YouTubes. I hope if you see me on the streets, you don't remind me that you know me from here. Just pretend you know me from one of my other many places in which I'm prolific and well-spoken and have good internet connection. So
there it is. There it is. And Raymond, we will talk about, I'm so sorry for these noises. And there is literally nothing there's nothing that if I turn the microwave away from here, I can't believe this is happening. All right. So we're going to get on out of here. I'm so sorry for these noises that are happening. This is a nightmare disaster to end this show on the week. It's like the chainsaw is let it go, Raymond. You're so right. I'm just gonna let it go. So on Monday, Renee will be back. It is Marvel Movie Monday. We are
Oh, God
doing
bless.
Avengers. We're doing one Marvel movie a week. We are on to the Avengers Age of Ultron.
You
So we'll be discussing
you
Age of
mean to tell me
Ultron.
you had me on here for this tomfoolery where you asked me these questions I don't know, and there was an option to do Marvel movies where I could have actually been set up for a winning situation? All right, continue. Continue with your little show. Continue. In the words of Titus Burgess, continue with your little show. Keep going.
Yes, so we'll be back on Monday where we'll be talking about, every Monday we watch a Marvel movie. We'll be on to Age of Ultron, I believe, is the next one that we will be on. Age of Ultron is the movie that we will be doing. So this is great. So we'll be back. Renee will be back. Have a great, wonderful weekend. Now, you can leave a review. I'm not going to tell you how to leave a review. Not after today's show. Not after the chainsaw that just happened. We're not going to do it. Mackenzie, how can they stay in touch with you? How can they stay in touch with all the things that you do?
You guys can find me every Friday on the Taylor Strecker Show. You can also find me on Instagram at Miss USA, like the beauty queen title, 2TOMBA, like the degree. Hit me up, send me a DM. Let me, in the words of, I think it was Tim, feel free to send me a puke emoji or drop that in the photo so I know where I know you from. And if you want to follow my work, feel free to go over to Who, What, Where, all the channels that we oversee so that you can see my amazing team in action. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, guys. It's been wild.
All the things. We have to have you back, Mackenzie. You did it right. You did it perfect. We loved having you here. You're part of the Get On Up team now. And you know how that, when I plucked you from Minority Corner and you were on almost
and I was on that sucker every other day.
This will be the same. All right. So follow Mackenzie Green on the social channels, and we'll be back on Monday at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Mountain time, 9 a.m. Central time, 10 a.m. Eastern. We're back here for 2 hours. And coming up next, it is the Anthony Davis Show. And right after that, you've got my pal Hal and Mario Smith. So much programming coming up afterwards. Thank you all for watching Get On Up. I'm James Arthur M.
And I'm Mackenzie Green.
And you just got on up.
Not
going to say it at the end? Okay,
no,
all right.
Not gonna do it.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.